welcome to Mike's Minis, the place for all things mini wargaming, and today I've got a special treat here for you. Today I got in the mail the Grey Knights Brotherhood Terminator Squad box. It comes with 5 miniatures, and eventually I do want to start a Grey Knight army, but this is kind of a prequel to that, and I mostly got this box for its bits. Grey Knights are a fun, amazing army at this in this edition and just in Warhammer in general. Really, the only thing that they suffer from is that this model range is old. Holy cow, is it old. It's got to be almost 20 years old or more at this point. As you can probably tell by the pictures here, they are just squatty Marines at this point. These are the Terminators. They're supposed to be the big beefy guys compared to the new Primaris Terminators, who are like, you know, almost as tall as this banner kind of a deal. It's comical on how much difference in size they are. So that's really the big reason why myself and a lot of others that I have talked to or have seen on other YouTubes and things like that haven't started a Grey Knight army, is just because it seems that Games Workshop has, for many years now, at least since I started and was introduced to this hobby in 2015, have been hinting they're going to do a range refresh on these guys. And every year we get slightly disappointed that nothing has come of it. This last announcement, when they were hinting at a Grey Knight, everybody, I know I was, and a few others were like, this is going to be amazing. We're finally, maybe we'll have a new model, maybe they'll do something. And no, they just got the baby carriers, got a new weapon. The Nemesis Dread Knight just got a new weapon for that kit. That was it. Nothing scaled up to match with the rest of the modern ranges of Space Marines and such, but that's okay. In the meantime, while we still have this kit is amazing for bits. Everything from these Nemesis Force weapons, power hammers, handguns, you name it, heads for the Terminators. In general, if I don't start a Grey Knight army here within the next year or so, if they still won't give us a range refresh, I'm gonna start a army of these guys. But in the meantime, I've mainly got this box so I can have it as bits, because I have a nasty feeling that when Games Workshop decides to range refresh everything, they're going to take this amazing box and a few other amazing boxes that this faction has and just strip majority of the bits away and things like that, and just make it to where it's not quite as an investment. Because with this one you can get Grey Knight Terminator or Grey Knight Paladin squads, and they have a bunch of different things. But without further ado, let's all go ahead and open up this box. As you can see, I haven't even taken the plastic off. Ah, the smell of new plastic. This is my first time opening one of these kits. I've seen some be opened before, but this will be fascinating. It's like opening up history, really, even though I think the box has had an update, but not the models. Okay, so right off the bat, we're greeted with the instruction booklet on how to turn it up, how to turn them into the Marines, just kind of the step-by-step guide, piece by piece. Looks like we still got options, and I love how the instruction manuals for these boxes now have them as they're color-coded for different options. In the past, I know that they've been just straight black and white and like a single piece of paper, but at least their instruction manual's been updated. See, we can get some the Nemesis Force Halberd there, double-bladed sword. Oh, that's looking really awesome. Aha, and then we have the list of all the different top of the backpack and tilt shields and shoulder pads, what they should be. And this is really cool. You can make a banner bearer for the squad unit. As I understand it with the Grey Knights, the Paladins can be in groups as small as 3 or to as large as like a 10-man. But typically most people do them in squads of 5 at a time, 5 to 15 or something like that. And you want to have like the Paladin. They have all these wrist mounted weapons. I believe that's the Flamer variant, the Psi cannon, and I have no idea what cannon that is. In the comments, if you play or have seen Grey Knights, maybe you can fill us in on what that one is right here. We got the Nemesis or Force power weapons, the Falchions, which is fantastic. And there we go. See, we got the more Falchions, the Warhammer, the Crozius, which I think this is something, well, and it's not really a Crozius. I'm not sure exactly what that is. I know it's a power staff of some kind to help ward off psychic attacks. And then obviously the Force halberds. We have the one with the streamers that's kind of meant for the leader, things like that. Okay, and on the side and back page here, got the stats for the Terminators or Paladin squad. It looks like the Terminators have a +3, Paladins +2, strength 4, 3 wounds each. 2 up to, yeah. Some of these rules may be out of date. I'm not sure if this was when these instruction manuals were up to date, if this was 9th edition, 10th edition, or maybe even late 8th edition. I'm not sure. So always, if you're going to play official Grey Knights, I guess we need to get your up-to-date codex, which should be coming out soon this year. But that's the owner's manual right there. And obviously we got our bag of bases. And I've seen, I think it hit, the channel was called One Last Blade. He's shown how you can scale up these knights to be more Primaris style, and one of the cheap tricks is to get things like corkboard and put them on top so that they are physically standing taller, even though they're all on tactical rocks, kind of like on the box art right there. So that way they can at least look the Primaris in the eye. So I may do something like that with my if I build these Terminators, just do some unique basing just to make them taller. Okay, first of the 3 sprues. Just make sure that focuses in. Got the backs. There's some Force weapons. There's that. The Flamer. Now here's a fun one right here. This is an arm for an apothecary. So if I get some more kits like this, maybe I can use this to help custom make my own apothecary for my own Space Marine chapter, which, hint hint, is going to be something that we'll go into more details about in the next coming videos here. We got the chest pieces, got some trophies, and these little things that say that they're purity seals. That's what the name, I couldn't think of the word right there. And we got the book, some books. So flip on the other side. Got the banner for mounting in between the crotch here so you can see. Very fine details. All right, let's take a look at this next sprue. Love those tilt shields. We got plain ones and then ones with sculpted on details. Some more tomes. I love this demon head that's been severed and could hold it as a trophy. Some classic arms with no hands. And this I learned was really cool. Back in the ye olde days, when you had a two-handed weapon, they actually would label them in places where you couldn't really see. So arm A with arm A, arm B with arm B, things like that. So it's pretty cool that we still have that molded onto these kits. I'm pretty sure they won't do that when they update this range. We have some of the shoulder pads and the Force swords. All the one-handed, but it could look like they could potentially be swung with two if they were sculpted with the hand on. But that's really cool. And then these shoulder pads here are very detailed. My camera doesn't do it much justice, but there are etching and writing in here that when you paint it up and then if you put a wash in there, it's just gonna pop. It's very, very cool, very, very detailed. And yeah, that's that sprue. Now here's Here's the fun one right here. There's the banner, and let's see if I can get this thing to zoom in. That banner is fantastic. It's got a Grey Knight with holding up a book, slaying a demon on there. Just fantastic. Sculpted should be super easy to paint. You could, even if you didn't go into full detail, you could dry brush a lot of that and it would just pop. Just fantastic. Some more tilt shields, some fists, some pointing, some clenched. There's that staff and the power hammer. All the falchions for right or left so they can dual wield these weapons. And then here's the halberds, one for each, total of 5. And then the helmets. Got some knight looking ones. That one looks like it would be the apothecary with the double lens, some that have open face. And I've heard tell if the helmet looks like it's a knight helmet, then that's for the paladin, but if it's more boxy turtle head shaped, then that's for the terminators. So turtle, terminator, knight, paladin. So that's how you kind of tell the difference on the battlefield with these models. Honestly, they look so closely the same. You could probably just kit these out to however you want them and just say, this is a Terminator or these are Paladins, and just make sure you and your opponent keep that straight on who is what. But yeah, that's sprue. Okay, so that's been the Brotherhood Terminator Squad box review and unboxing here. Thanks for taking the time to tune in and join me on that little journey. More miniature boxes to reveal in the coming days here, and we're going to go into some details about a Space Marine chapter that I am working on, as well as others that I have been working on. Until next time, like and subscribe, and we'll see you then.